Championship Sunday, where today, here on LakeCumberlandSports.com, somebody's going to cut some nets. Somebody's going to declare themselves champions. They're going to grab trophies and medals and all kinds of things, and they're punching a ticket to the big dance in a couple weeks up in Lexington. So this ought to be a fun afternoon. Two really good basketball teams as Mercer County and Southwestern get ready to tee it up. I want to thank our good friends at Quick Care Walk-In Clinic at Med Park West and our presenting sponsor, the Don Franklin Somerset Family Dealership, and all of our sponsors for helping make this possible. I'm Mike Curry's Michael Craig. Michael?
Yes, sir.
We've been here before.
We have.
We're back.
Thanks to the Warriors, they keep on winning, and we keep on working.
Now, the marbles, as they say, are all on the table now. Everybody's cards are up right now, and you just got to go play.
You got to where you wanted to get if you were Southwestern, and so now it's time to, like you said, see how it plays out, and you may cut some nets down this afternoon.
Well, this is the one that you come in, and I talked to Coach Molen just a moment or two before we came back up here. He's very calm about it. He and I talked, and he said, I just want them to go play well. He said, everything else will play itself out. If we go play well and it doesn't work out, that's okay. And that's what you really want your team to do, is just go out and represent what you've done all year. Go play well. Let's see what happens in about an hour and a half.
And, Mike, they've had a season where they've played well.
They have.
This is a team that really, they haven't laid any eggs. They're very well coached. They've bought into the coach's philosophy that we is greater than me. It shows on the floor. And, last game out, incredibly balanced offensively, tenacious defense when they need it. They're going to turn up the pressure again when they need it. Southwestern just got some big-time players that have played big in big-time games.
And the thing I liked about them is when they needed to go to the bench the other day in the game against Danville, when the game was still in doubt, they went to the bench, and lo and behold, AC comes in, leads them in rebounding. If I'm not mistaken, they got all kinds of production off their bench. They fought a good Danville basketball team even for 3.5 quarters or 2.5 quarters, and then all of a sudden their game kicked in. They started raining threes, and this bunch, when they shoot it like that from outside, they're just a double handful.
They did. Kinsley Molen had 4 3-pointers, I
did.
believe, all in the third quarter. She caught fire at halftime, came out in the third quarter and just lit them up. When she gets hot, she's a force. Southwestern was led by Kaylee Young offensively with 16 in that last game out. Alexa Smitty ended with 15. She had 12 of those in the first quarter, Mike, so she came out hot from the start, looking to set the stage. Look for her to do the same thing tonight. Little sister Aiden Smitty had 14 points, and then Kinsley Bolden with 12. Very balanced offensively in that last game out against Danville.
Yeah, if you get balanced scoring like that out of a high school team, it makes it almost impossible to take away something from you. You just got to go out and try to defend what you can defend. Let's flip to Mercer for a second. They're a little different story. In this tournament, at least, Timberland Yeast has been unstoppable. She got 21, I think, in the opener that they had, and 29 against Wayne in the second round game. And she's obviously, this sophomore is going to be a load. She averages a double-double. But again, if you look past her and Drakeford, they don't have anybody else that averages in double figures.
No.
And you're not going to usually beat 4 double-figure scores with a couple. So it'll be interesting. Always championship games. Somebody's going to step up. You and I won't probably highlight them in the pregame, talk much about them, and somebody will come out and play lights out. But I like Southwestern's chances for a lot of reasons. They're comfortable in their skin. They play their game. They're not going to come out and try to do anything different than what they've done all year long. It's got them to 19-3 against good competition. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and you say good competition, Mike. They played the best competition and logged a lot of wins against some of those top quality teams in the state of Kentucky. So you're right. Southwestern, their game plan has to be, let's just play Southwestern Lady Warrior basketball, and I like our chances.
Pretty good crowd for a Sunday afternoon starting to roll in. They're still operating under COVID restrictions, and you've got 2 good programs, and I see even a student section from Mercer County maybe. Is that It is, right? I wondered this bunch down below us.
I would assume that's probably the boys' basketball team here to support their ladies.
Okay.
That's just my guess.
One of them just threw some sort of bomb up in the air, and it exploded all over everybody down there. So they're going to have fun. Like I said, I think teams sort of reflect their coach sometimes. Coach Molden 2 years ago when this bunch was in the state tournament and we rode with them all the way to a state final, he was the steadying ship, and Coach Butcher very emotional and very, tied to the girls and everything. And Coach Butcher was, he was wearing it on his sleeve. Coach Molden's a little more reserved than that, but when you talk to him, the intensity just oozes out of him. He doesn't hide the fact that we scouted Danville hard. We got ready for Danville. We're ready for Mercer County. He doesn't. It's not bragging. It's just the way he comes across, and it's got to infect your team.
Business-like.
Yes.
And I said before, he's a very passionate coach, and his passion shows through in his players, starting with their anchor and senior leader, Alexa Smitty. She's very emotional. You talked about the emotions on her sleeve. If you were here, you're going to see her fist pumping, jumping. She is the emotional, and she's the leader of this ball squad.
Well, and again, she's been leading this squad even 2 years ago as a sophomore.
Yes.
She was one of the stand-up leaders on this basketball team that made the run, and I didn't expect anything less, but there's some other leaders up growing around her. We've seen her 2 games in this tournament where Aiden Smitty has stepped in and taken over the point for extended periods, extended minutes. They don't lose a whole lot when they but they do lose that I've been there, done that attitude that Alexis Smitty carries. We might as well go ahead and do the Magic Monograms fashion report if you want to, since both teams have returned to the floor and we can actually see their uniform.
So Mercer County in the white bottoms, white shorts. Those shorts are trimmed in blue and red, almost look like a USA Olympic uniform. On the tops, Titans across the chest in red numerals on the front and the back. For Southwestern, they are wearing their blues. Blue shorts, blue tops, trimmed in orange and black. Warrior, I think Southwestern across the chest, and their numerals are in orange. And that is the Magic Monogram Fashion Report, conveniently located off North Highway 27 between Big Lots and Backyard Burger. Magic Monograms is the place for custom embroidery, screen printing, and so much more. They can put your designs on medical and athletic uniforms, corporate and school apparel. Find them on Facebook. Search Magic Monograms and Embroidery. Mike, we've talked about keys. I think we need to iron that out a little bit.
Play inside your game. Just be in your skin and play like you play. That's my key for Southwestern. I think Southwestern, they're not they're spread out among 7 or 8 kids who can contribute and contribute large. Don't come out and try to be the one that you're not. Come play. Do what you do. If you're Mercer, you better hope that Yeast gets hers and Drakeford gets hers, because if you have an off game from one of those, scoring enough points to beat Southwestern, if they shoot the 3 anywhere near like they've been shooting it, you're going to have to put up 60, 65 points to be in the game. And if one of your big players don't pull that off, you may struggle.
Yeah, and Southwestern moved the ball incredibly well in that last game. I think they had 14 assists, Mike, and a lot of those on the three-point shots, cross-court passes included. So I look for that to be a key. And you talked about Yeast and how many points she's scoring. I'm interested to see who Coach Mullen has D'd up on her. Kaylee Young has been the person that I've noticed has seemed to have drawn the opposing team's one. And she's a tremendously long, quick defender, not to mention what she can do offensively. But those are the keys of the game. Brought to you by Whitus Cabinets. The keys to the game. At Whitus Cabinets, they provide their customers with friendly service, and they value your business, and it is their mission to provide reliable products and services. The courteous and professional team at Whitus Cabinet Design Center can turn your vision into reality. Visit the Whitus Cabinet Design Center on the corner of South 27 and Slate Branch Road to learn more about what they can do for you.
Michael, if I haven't been misinformed, and I don't think I have, what we're going to get is we'll get the anthem when the clock goes to 0. They'll welcome everybody. At the end of the anthem, they're going to introduce the entire roster of both teams before the game. So we'll have another minute or so there in the back end of this. But let's just hang on for just a second. I want to remind everybody that Quick Care Walk-In Clinic at Med Park West is our title sponsor, has been all year, and the Don Franklin Somerset family of dealerships are presenting sponsor. We want to thank them as well as everyone else, because they make all of this possible.
Absolutely. Not to forget to find folks at Buffalo Wings and Rings. It's where it all started with the coaches show there at the preseason.
They froze the clock at 18.4. They're ready for the anthem, I think. Hey, partner, I got a plan.
What's that?
Well, we're not doing anything. Let's just go out to PC to the gym, check this region final out.
Let's do it.
It might be a good ball game.
It should be a great game.
They're getting ready to introduce the starting lineups. We're going to do the same in just a minute. We'll throw in one tidbit. We are not allowed to stream video of these games based on the rules that were established by the tournament. So here's what we're going to do for you. Michael and I are going to bring you the audio live of this game. When this game is over, you'll be able to go to LakeCumberlandSports.com. There will be a link come up. Give them a couple minutes for this to download and all that. But this game will be able to be viewed in its entirety on LakeCumberlandSports.com immediately following. Just go. There'll be a link. Click on it and enjoy it. But for right now, audio only.
That's right. You go down the starting lineups, Mike?
I got them, or you can. You tell me.
For Mercer County, starting lineup, number 2, Stevie Shepard, senior, averaging 9 points a game and 2.5 rebounds a game. Sophomore, number 4, Anna Drakeford. She averages 14 points a game and 4 rebounds a game. Sophomore, number 12, do-it-all, Timberland Yeast, averages 19 points a game and 11 rebounds a game. And number 23, senior Ryan Tharp, senior, 8 points a game, 2.4 rebounds. And a sophomore, number 30, Lindsay Jesse, 7 points and 4.5 rebounds. For Southwestern, senior Marissa Lovelace averages 7 points a game and 4.5 rebounds. Junior Kaylee Young, 10 points a game and 2 rebounds. Sophomore Aiden Smitty, 7 points a game. Senior Alexa Smitty, she averages 15 points a game and 4.5 rebounds per game. And freshman Kinsley Molden, she averages 10 points a game and 2.6 rebounds a game. So Southwestern has Lovelace, Young, Smitty and Molden. Mercer again, Shepard, Drakeford, Yeast, Tharp, and Jesse.
They are going to introduce each lineup bottom to top, and so all the young ladies get recognized here before the championship game. That's a good touch. At the completion of this game, we also will bring you the all-tournament teams, and we'll try to make sure, I'm sure they'll do it expeditiously here. We'll try to make sure we stay on the air long enough to give you the all-tournament teams. Once again, these two teams met back about a month ago, plus or minus, with Southwestern coming away with a win, 81-73. I'll buy the next round of Diet Coke if either one of these teams get in the 80s today. Tournament time just somehow seems to shrink that scoring somehow. It just seems to work out that way.
I would agree. The rim gets a little smaller. The defense gets a little tighter. Yeah, I understand. 80 points, probably not going to happen. Maybe looking at a 50, 60 if we're lucky kind of contest. Mike, something I want to mention. Early in the season, during the regular season, we do video. First game of the year, there was a question about the green headbands for the Lady Warriors. That is in remembrance of Linda Barnes.
Yes.
And so just wanted to say that as they vie for a regional title, just in remembrance of Linda Barnes. And, of course, her husband Ed Barnes is a big, huge Warrior supporter. Warriors always thank that family for their support.
Yeah, I remember the night we did that game, I kind of made a comment or two about them, and then somebody filled me in at halftime. Sure. And from that point forward, it has become something that, I'm proud to say for the reason. But I'm glad you brought that up because they do have on those headbands. This young lady just did back handsprings starting at the other baseline, and she stopped just short of us.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Wow.
And they just keep on coming.
Don't step out there. This is what it should feel like. There's nowhere near. You could put 2.5 times more people in here if you wanted to. The end zones are closed off. The upper decks are basically vacant. Lower deck, 50% maybe. But again, a good crowd because this is a big barn. All right. The officials are from the 9th region, and I think we've seen these three before. They look familiar to me.
I think so.
Well, what do you want to do? Let's go watch a ball game.
Let's do it.
Let's do this. Lincoln, they've got Lincoln's uniforms. Mercer's uniforms look just like Lincoln County's. They're going to stand down on the other end and get ready to go. I'm going to guess that Jesse's going to be the jump center or Yeast. They don't do that anymore, Mike. They call a coin.
Not this year.
No, Southwestern has won the toss. We're ready to go. Step back, relax. Girls 12th Region Championship just about to go.
Thanks for joining us.
and they are going to pressure. No, they're not. They'll back off as Smitty will take the inbounds pass and head to front court. Left side to Molden. Or Smitty over the top. They try to find Lovelace. She loses, goes back and gets it. Says, get off me on the defense, and sends it out to Smitty, and they'll start the offense against a man-to-man defense by Mercer County. Smitty bounced it off her foot. Drakeford has the carom, kicks it away. She's all the way to the rim, put it up, missed it. Lovelace has the carom for Southwestern. She'll hand to Smitty. East will bother her, and they'll come to front court. There's two 12s that can play. Lovelace off a high screen. Finds Lovelace on the roll. Does Smitty. Layup. 2-0.
Nice assist by Alexa Smitty.
Well run, too. The roll came, and no defender went with it. Drakeford will start. Southwestern is somebody cut. They're in a 2-3 zone. Drakeford into the lane. Put it up too hard. No. Battle for the rebound. We're on the deck. It will be a held ball between Molden and Tharp. Mercer County basketball in the alternate possession underneath their own basket.
And Kayla Young is, in fact, D'd up on Yeast.
I would have thought so. They may have to give her a break every now and then, but Yeast puts it on the deck, goes right, can't get away. Still good defense. Got help on the side, and she's going to have to give it to Drakeford, and they're going to start it again. Drakeford to Jesse, put it up, no. Lovelace with another rebound, and here comes Smitty. Over the top, she finds Young, put it up, blocked. That would be Yeast. Timberland, East, they have another, her younger sister, I think, they call T Yeast when they both get in the game. I'll use that. Alexis Smitty looks and looks, finds Aiden Smitty. High left, she'll put it on the bounce. Can't get away. Little roll to Lovelace. Put it up. Shot blocked. Kick out Alexis Smitty. No. Rebound Tharp. Here comes Drakeford. We played a minute and a half. Southwestern on top. 2-0. Drakeford's going to run the offense. Gets it across to Yeast. Down the lane. Left-handed shot off the side of the board. Lovelace gives it to Smitty. Kick it ahead. Molden lets the traffic blow by. Missed it. Another rebound by Tharp. It's a track meet, guys. Quickly to front court. I'll call Yeast for the walk. Little takeoff step. Too big of a hurry. Turnover.
Both teams a little over anxious here early.
Yeah, they are.
It'll settle down.
That basketball's hot right now, and nobody even wants to touch it. They grab it and get rid of it. Aiden Smitty will do the honors this time as she'll bring it up against Tharp. High right between the rings. Across to Young. Alexis Smitty, left side. Still everything deep. Now Lovelace up 30 feet. Whoa, Molden saves a bad pass. Smitty, Alexa, bounces it between the rings, goes left, can't get away. Run a little weave at Aiden Smitty. Double crossover, couldn't get away. Back to Molden. She's played by Shepard. Molden all the way across the lane in the corner. That's Alexa Smitty. Jab step, can't get away. Inside, Lovelace laid it in. 4-0. Two baskets for Lovelace. 2 assists to Alexa Smitty. 4-0. 3 minutes into this championship game. Drakeford gets it to front court to Tharp. She'll stand and look at the cuts. Swing it left side to Shepard. She goes inside, and Young just sends it home. Comes away to Smitty. Great block.
That was a nice block.
Aiden Smitty penetrates, can't get away. She'll find Molden behind her, and they'll start the offense. They try the screen and roll this time with Lovelace, and that time Jesse did a better job of staying with Lovelace. Alexis Smitty. Aiden Smitty will pop out and take it. Smitty from Smitty with the help of the floor. Alexis Smitty, couple crossovers behind the back, can't get away. Gets it to Young, down the lane, couldn't get through. Got it to Lovelace, didn't go. Young picked it off the carom, put it in. 6-0. Here comes Drakeford.
That was an excellent recovery by Young. She got the ball slapped away, picked it right back up, took it to the basket, and scored it.
Serious quick hands. Drakeford, as we go under 4 minutes here in the opening quarter, threw it away. Lovelace has it. Tried to get it to Jesse. Lovelace with the steal. Ahead to Molden. Lets the traffic blow by. No call. It'll go out of bounds. It'll be Southwestern basketball underneath their own basket. Loveless, Molden, check out. Trying to see who did come in.
Foreman and AC.
I see AC, and there's Foreman. Thank you. Alexis Smitty, top of the key, pulls up for three. That one's right. Didn't go. Good rebound by Aiden Smitty. Got it to Foreman, who took it up strong and laid it in. It's 8-0. Obviously the largest lead of the game. Timberland Yeast, by my count, has put up one shot, and it didn't draw iron to this point. Tharp has it, left side. Gives it to Drakeford, back to Tharp. Jessie will pop out long. I don't think she wants it out there. Drakeford will back it out to about 35 feet and start the offense against this man-to-man. Look how much Smitty is sagging off of her player. Well, Yeast just lost it all the way across the floor, went and got it, picked it up in traffic, threw up a left-hander that didn't go. AC had it, slapped away, and Drakeford comes up with it. And we're going to get our first call of the basketball game. First foul. AC picks up the first one.
Kinsley Molden checking back in. AC checking out.
AC got the rebound and put it on the floor, and I think Coach Mullen just wanted to make sure she realizes it's going to be hard to do that. Inbounds pass, tough catch by Yeast, even tougher finish as she scores, and it's 8-2. Aiden Smitty to front court, between the rings, missed it. They get this pass to the wing, inside from Young to Foreman. That's textbook basketball, a little triangle work.
Southwestern definitely pounding in the post.
Well, that's at least three layups they got out of the bigs in this game. Yeast puts it on a deck, tough shot, no. Foreman with the rebound. Here comes Alexis Smitty streaking up the left side. Aiden Smitty, three in the air, yes. A Turner Realty Group three.
Southwestern on fire early, Mike. They lead 13-2 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Any sport, any season, sports physicals at Quick Care, only $25. Don't make an appointment. Don't pay for an office visit. Don't sit around the waiting room for an hour. Quick Care gets you in and out and on the field for less. They're conveniently located right behind the hospital, just off Bogle Street in Med Park West, and they're open late, 9 to 7 on weekdays and 10 to 3 on Saturdays. Quick Care serving Somerset and Pulaski County for over a decade. And a big thank you to Don Franklin Somerset Family of Dealerships, Kentucky, for presenting this afternoon's coverage of high school basketball. The weather outside, the temperatures are rising, but those prices are dropping at all of their Somerset locations. Visit them on Facebook at Don Franklin Somerset Family of Dealerships, where they treat you like family.
This is a UCB timeout, and it turned out to be a full timeout. Southwestern, in the first 5 minutes and 52 seconds of this one, put up 13 points. They lead 13-2. And right now, if you're Mercer, you're just trying to get things to calm down a little bit.
What I'm seeing, Kaylee Young is all over Yeast, and then on the other side of the floor, Yeast is all over Smitty.
Yep.
They're going to make those two earn it.
Yeah, but Young is already frustrated. Yeast, she's took a couple shots. I don't think they want her taken.
No, it's almost like she's trying to draw a foul. Like that's her early.
This is the wrong crew, wrong tournament for a lot of that. Drakeford exchange passes with Yeast. Yes, they've gone three. Three from the corner by Shepard, no. Battle for the rebound. It goes almost to midcourt before Yeast will pick it up. In the corner, three in the air from Tharp, yes. Senior has three. The lead is 8. Smitty tries to get it inside, deflected and stolen by Jessie. Across the top to Yeast. She puts it on the deck, spins in the lane, runs into Smitty. Didn't get it. Molden got a hand on it. Reaction from Junior Mullen. I hope our camera crew got that one. It'll be Mercer County basketball. The Titans will inbounds. Inbounds to Yeast. Cross under, got it. You can bet on any inbounds play. She's primary one. Quickly to front court. Ball is mishandled by Mullen. They're going to get her for a carry. In a lot of normal games, that would have been called a foul. It came free, and Mullen dribbled it again, and they called a walk. 13-7, a 5-0 run for the Lady Scotties. Got a minute 12 to go in the opening quarter. Drakeford will walk at the front court. Yeast will accompany her. And this is now they've gone man again. Aiden Smitty has Drakeford. Young has Yeast. Pass it around the perimeter. That's Shepard off the dribble. No, Yeast down the lane, down the free throw line. Leaner got it. That's Stout. She's got 6. Open floor. If she can get a step, she's quick. Aiden Smitty, 13-9 is the 11-point lead has evaporated after the timeout. It's down to 4. Aiden Smitty to Alexis Smitty, 28 seconds. We've seen Southwestern do this most every time in a late ball possession. They'll wait. Eventually, Smitty will start the offense at about 8 or 10 seconds, and they'll try to get the last shot of the quarter. Smitty drifts right, looks up at the clock. She's still got 11. Now a crossover, starts down the lane. She's pushed from behind by Jesse, and no call. That'll break your momentum a little bit. Ball sails out of bounds. It'll be Southwestern basketball. 7.2 ticks to go on the clock. AC has it. Gets it to Aiden Smitty. Alexis Smitty in the corner. Gets a 3 in the air. Missed everything. And that's going to do it. 1 quarter in the book. 13-9 Southwestern on your Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard.
Henderson Chiropractic is committed to relieving your pain using the true principles of chiropractic care. Their caring, helpful team strives for excellence through extraordinary service and patient education. Dr. Henderson provides chiropractic care for injuries that occur during sports, auto accidents, work-related activities, or just everyday wear and tear. The experience you need for the results you want, that's Henderson Chiropractic. Come to Backyard Burger for the absolute best. 100% Black Angus burger anywhere. Add some waffle or seasoned fries, a bowl of chili, crispy chicken strips, or maybe some onion rings. Backyard Burger is located on North Highway 27 between lots 1 and 2. Backyard wishes the best of luck to all the local high school teams. And remember, it's better in the backyard.
I prefer the onion rings. Thank you. Well, Southwestern got out to a 13-2 lead. Mercer closed the quarter on a 7-0 run. 13-9 at the end of one. Southwestern basketball as we get ready for the second quarter of action. Young to inbounds. Smitty will break the backcourt, come up with a basketball, and start the quarter. Young, high right. Drakeford plays her. Molden, back to Young. Puts it on the deck, fell down, but still managed to get it to Lovelace. Lovelace in the lane, can't throw it away. Here goes Yeast. Other end, slapped away by Smitty. They'll get her for the foul. Probably a good foul.
I think so.
It's on the floor. There should not be shots. That's only the second team foul.
It's an uncontested layup if the foul hadn't happened there.
Yeast breaks around the defense, goes up belly to belly with Lovelace, put it in. Yeast has got 8 in a hurry. 2-point game.
Here she goes. Is strong.
She is. She doesn't look it.
And she doesn't look like a sophomore.
No. She's got a little basketball in her future. Aiden Smitty breaks down the defense, but then threw a pop-up. Coming away with it is Shepard. Now that's Drake front court. Euro step down the lane, put it in and one. Drakeford with a double step, Euro step move as they like to call it. They're going to call the foul on Lovelace. Her first. Tie game for the first time since the get-go. And a chance for Mercer to take the lead. That one will crawl across the rim and in. So Southwestern has seen the lead evaporate, and here comes man-to-man full court pressure that Aiden Smitty will work out against Tharp. Smitty between the rings, waits on Molden to cross through the defense. Gets it to Alexis Smitty. Over the top, lob underneath the form, and she's got 6. Third assist by my count from Alexa Smitty. And that Biggs is there. They're trying to front the Biggs, and it's just not there. Now we're going to get a timeout. They're pointing to one of I'm going to go illegal screen against Tharp. I think the official was just explaining to her what she did or didn't do, which is probably pretty good officiating. Here's the full court pressure. Let's see if they stay in it. Well, slapped away from Alexa Smitty by Tharp, and they're going to say it went off of Alexa Smitty.
That was a great defensive play there.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to be careful of, giving it away in backcourt. Drakeford put it on the deck, might have walked. Spins into traffic, might have got a held ball.
And that's an excellent defensive play that never shows up in the scorebook.
Right. Aiden Smitty just went in and said, I'll have some. I don't think Drakeford thought it was a held ball, but I thought it was a good call. So Yeast has it in the corner. She's going to drift out toward the top of the key, pull up for three, rimmed out. Rebound, Alexa Smitty. Alexa Smitty heads to front court Southwestern in a dry spell. They got two recently out of Foreman, but it had come after a very long dry spell. Smitty, right wing, looks at Foreman, can't get it to her. Penetrates down the lane, blows by Yeast, laid it in a little up and under. She's on the board, and the lead is 3. 6 minutes to go in the opening half. Good defense by Aiden Smitty. Player goes down, we get a whistle. Not sure what we've got, if we've got an injured player. Two of Mercer's players ran into each other. And I think they're just going to come out to try to check. Is that Drakeford? Yes, it is. I'm going to go away from this. I don't play doctors. It's 17-14 Southwestern with 5:55 to go in the opening half on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard.
InTrust Counseling has made it their mission to be the trusted leader in promoting mental wellness in our communities through individualized care. Stay healthy at home with counseling and case management services using your phone or computer. Call them at 606-676-0638 to get services started today from anywhere in Kentucky. Visit their Facebook page at InTrust Healthcare Counseling for all their latest updates and giveaways.
Partner, we'll get back to something else in just a minute. I just glanced up as Smitty made the steal and then heard the whistles, and she was nowhere near anybody, and looked behind, and to the best of my knowledge, the two Mercer County players just ran into each other. And when they did, obviously Drakeford was the worst. We're hoping to see her move around. There's medical help there with her, and that's as far as I'm going to speculate. But I don't think there was anything malicious by anybody. It was just a basketball collision. The team that was dressed in white, which you said you thought might be the boys' basketball team.
Well, and then some, because there's no way they got that many kids on the ball.
They're being corralled to the far end zone. And I don't know if Brian Miller, I don't think those seats.
I don't think they're going to let them sit back there.
No, I think the seats in the end zone were reserved for no participants. But, again, if they're going to do that, they're probably going to have to let Southwestern's fans into this end zone.
If you want to
Good news, Drakeford is getting up. Maybe a little bit woozy, but at least they're getting her in a sitting position. Yeah, that's good news. She's standing. Now they're taking the people who've got in the end zone are now dismantling the cardboard cutouts that are down there. The officials are going to signal each bench, and I think we're about ready to go back to basketball. Should be Southwestern basketball.
Okay, so Drakeford comes out, and I've got to see who they are putting in. Looks like T. Yeast.
All right, T. Yeast, number 5. We'll check in. So it'll be T. Yeast, Shepherd, Jesse, and Tharp. Southwestern ball to go the length of the floor. Smitty looks and looks and looks and finally gets it into Young, and she'll battle against T. Yeast and bring it to front court. Alexa Smitty has it straight away on a pass from Molden, and they're going to start the offense. Molden, left, dribbles out between the rings, just waiting on a cut. Can't get away. Gives it behind her to Alexis Smitty. She'll start it back to the same spot, middle of the floor. Yeast plays her. Inside, they find Foreman, slapped away by T. Yeast. Into the end zone. The ball will stay with Southwestern. Look at the cuts, and they get it into Aiden Smitty, slapped away by Tharp. Inbounds are starting to be fun.
Defense is on a scale 10, both sides playing all out.
Yep. Alexis Smitty pulls up for three, right side. No. Long rebound. Here comes Aiden Smitty, couldn't get there. Yeast has it. Crossover step, laid it in. She shoots a floater as well as anybody I've seen this year.
And she elevates over
yes,
the defender.
Yes, she does. Aiden Smitty behind her. Put on the deck by Foreman. Spin move, can't get away. Back to Aiden Smitty. Foreman has it on the block. Drop step, spin, put it in. Off glass. A Citizens National Bank shot. And a wow.
That was a nice move by Kylie Foreman, just going to work on the block.
That's post play one-on-one.
Yeah.
A little reverse pivot move, put it up with the opposite hand. Smitty almost stripped Yeast. Battle for the ball on the floor, hill ball. It's going to be Young, as always, and Aiden Smitty, who end up tying up T. Yeast. And a ball will go back to the Lady Warriors, up 3.
And we just talked about that defensive intensity. Right there, another defensive play, not going to show up in the scorebook.
That's another reason nobody's going to be 80 in this game.
That's right. No way.
Smitty gives it to Foreman. Smitty pulls the three. It's short. Nice job of boxing out by Jesse. She'll get it to Yeast. Nobody slowed her down yet. This time they do. She just looks like she's ready to shoot it at any time. She's got it back on an exchange with Jesse. Comes off a high screen. Can't get away. Gets it to her T. Yeast. T. Yeast, no. Molden, yes, on the rebound. That's a Rick Barker rebound. And Southwestern heads to the far end of this arena. Kick it in the corner. Aiden Smitty with a Turner Realty Group 3, her second. And the lead is eased back out to 6.
And Aiden Smitty has had one heck of a region tournament, Mike.
She doesn't need long to get rid of it either.
No, she doesn't. She got a quick trigger.
Yeast has it. T. Yeast. Out to Shepard. All around the top to Jesse. Back to Shepard. That's T. Yeast has come out and got it. Now gets it to Timberland Yeast. Crossover. Goes right. Pulls up. Terrible shot. Threw it out of bounds. That's I'm begging for a foul call something.
Yeah, there have been a lot of those, though. I'm going to be honest.
I like it, though. No response from her. No change of expression.
I like it, too.
I'm coming for another one. Young just got hit on the elbow. Look at her. She's trying to shake it off. They throw it over her head. Foreman will come out and get it. Young will run behind her. Back to Foreman. Foreman's going to shoot the three. Rimmed out. Battle for the rebound between Smitty and Yeast has it. Heads up court. Gets it to T. Yeast, left side. In the lane. Aiden Smitty will pick up the foul. Team's fourth.
That's what I've got.
Mercer has committed one.
Yep.
That was on the floor. 3:01 to go, opening half. Southwestern on top 6. They've led by as many as 9. Inbounds to Jesse. She gives it up to T. Yeast. She'll come off a high screen. Stolen away. Here goes Young for the other end. Yeast goes in on her. Young just lets her blow by the traffic and laid it in. Well, what was going to be a great block turned out to be I'll see you next time, and a lay-in by Young. That's a smart play. Yeast crosses over, runs into Smitty. The officials look at each other. That's always going to go against the defender. They got Young on a push. Okay. Foul's on Young. Yeast will go to the line.
Smitty trying to help out there, maybe to take a charge.
Yep.
To no avail.
Yeast's first free throw is perfect. She has advertised as pretty good. She's got 11. She's more than pretty good. I don't mean to disrespect her. She's only a 56% free throw shooter on the season, though, so keep that in mind. That one looked like 100%. Second of two. Front rim, no. Good, strong rebound by Foreman. Two-handed. A Rick Barker rebound. Alexis Smitty, left side. Into Young, top of the key. Down on the block to AC as they got two bigs. Put it up off the side, no. Put it back up, no. Rebound to Foreman. Outside Smitty. Air ball. AC, rebound, too hard. Finally, Yeast comes away with it. Comes into the lane, a little crossover, slide step, laid it in. Oh, my. That's next level stuff right there. Aiden Smitty to the rim, shot it too hard. Got it to Foreman, put it in, drew a foul. A Rick Barker rebound and a chance for an old-fashioned three-point play.
Loveless checking in for AC.
Foul was against T. Yeast. 10 points for Kylie Foreman. Missed the free throw, no. Rebound to McInnes, who is checked in for Mercer County. Yeast has it between the rings. Now T. Yeast in the corner from Shepherd. She'll go all the way to high, get it to her sister Yeast, Timberland Yeast. She'll back it out off the bounce. Can't get away. Good help. Now they run her on a little give and go. Put it up. Got it. Wow. 5-point lead with 1:27 to go in the opening half. Lady Warriors still on top. Yeast, as advertised, is pretty good. Smitty will start the offense by trying to find Young. She does. Over the top. Foreman gets it across the lane to a wide open Mold. Ace trying to see if that's Loveless. Missed the shot, got the rebound, put it back. So nobody hurt. Loveless has 6. And the bigs are giving Mercer County a hard time.
Yeah,
right
I think
now.
that's where Southwestern certainly has an advantage. They're taking advantage of it here in the first half.
T. Yeast gets it behind her to Timberland Yeast. Crossover on Young. Down the lane, tough shot. They're going to get Young for the foul. Shot didn't go. We're going to see 2 free throws, I think. So Timberland East, 1 of 2 by my count at the line. Is going to go for a couple more.
She has 15 points on the game.
16. Molden back. Young will sit. East with her second free throw. Got it. We go under 40 seconds as Alexis Smitty will walk at the front court. Waiting on her is Timberland East. East has done all this and not picked up a foul. Of course, her team's only picked up 2. So just a dribbling exhibition right now as they milk it under 20 seconds. Smitty will cross the floor and start from the left side now. 15. She and Yeast still playing bouncers. Smitty, middle of the floor, up and under, crossover, put it up, no. Rebound Molden. There's that Loveless. Loveless got the ball back up and drew the foul. Loveless with the rebound. Picks up the foul on the putback. Foul is on Shepherd, her first. Loveless should be to the line to shoot 2 with 4 seconds to go here in the opening half. Loveless. That one hit the side, hit the backboard, hit the bottom of the sack. She's got 7.
Well, Kayla Nord is checking in, and Molden
Thank you.
taking a seat.
Second free throw. This one's conventional right down the middle. 4 seconds. Inbounds Yeast to Yeast. Nice job to make her cross over. Got it to the key at the top. No. She hit the shot at the buzzer. The official is going to wave it off. 30-23. Southwestern leads as we head to the Susan B. Hansford Realty halftime show here on LakeCumberlandSports.com.
If you want a great career, Somerset Community College's career and technical programs can help. Or if you want a bachelor's degree but not massive college debt, just start at SEC and transfer to the new University Center of Southern Kentucky, located right here in Somerset, and save thousands. Sign up now on campus or visit us online at somerset.kctcs.edu. Don't delay, enroll today. And at the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll be awarding an offensive player of the game, who is sponsored by Somerset Community College, and our defender of the game is sponsored by Modern Systems. And since 1979, Modern Systems have been defending communities all across Kentucky, and they're proud to be part of the communities they serve. Fitting time and sponsorships to numerous charities like Project 5810, Relay for Life, March of Dimes, Heart Walk, local school programs, and many more. Modern Systems, your neighbors and your friends, and they work 24/7 to protect the things that matter most to you. From homes to businesses to schools and churches, let Modern Systems be your trusted name in security. And welcome to the Susan Hansford Halftime Report. Whether it's at the beginning, halftime, or into the game, Susan Hansford is there to coach you through to a win, whether you're buying or selling real estate. Susan loves real estate. Call Susan Hansford with Weikert Realtors Four Brothers today at 606-219-3276. Okay, so Southwestern at the half leads 30-23. At the end of one, it was Southwestern on top of Mercer 13-9. In the second quarter, Southwestern outscores Mercer 17-14. Again, 30-23, 7-point lead at the half. Shooting the basketball here in the first half, Mercer County 9 out of 20 for 45%. Southwestern 13 out of 23 for 56%. Three-point shots, Mercer 1 out of 4 for 25%. Southwestern 2 out of 8 for 25%. Free throws, Mercer County 4 out of 5 for 80%. Southwestern 2 out of 3 for 66%. Rebounding the basketball, Mercer County had 8 in the first half, one of those on the offensive end of the floor. Southwestern had 13 rebounds, 4 of those on the offensive end. Assists, I've got Southwestern with 6 in the first half, Mike, to Mercer County's 1. Mercer County did register 6 steals in the first half to Southwestern's 3. Southwestern had a couple blocks. Mercer had a block. Both teams had a turnover. Southwestern committed 6 fouls in the first half to Mercer County's 3. Second chance points, Southwestern had 6, Mercer County had 3. Individual player statistics, Mercer County, Timberland Yeast had 17 points on 7 out of 13 from the floor. She shot 1 3-pointer, missed it from the foul line. She was 3 out of 4. She had 3 rebounds, an assist, a steal, a block. Ryan Tharp had 3 points at the half on 1 out of 1 shooting. That one was from the 3-point line. Anna Drakeford on 1 out of 4 has 3 points. She was 1 out of 1 from 3. Lindsay Jesse played and failed to score. Jersey McGinnis, Stevie Shepard, and T. Yeast all played and failed to score. For Southwestern, they are led offensively by Kylie Foreman's 10 on 5 out of 6 shooting. She had 3 rebounds and a steal. Marissa Lovelace has 8 points on 3 out of 4 shooting, 2 out of 2 from the charity stripe. She had 5 rebounds and a steal also in the first half. Aiden Smitty has 6 points on 2 out of 3 shooting. She's a perfect 2 of 2 from 3-point range. She has a rebound in the first half as well. Kaylee Young has 4 points on 2 out of 2 shooting. She had an assist, a steal, and 2 block shots in the first half. Alexa Smitty had 2 points on 1 out of 7 shooting. She was 0 for 5 from 3-point range. Kinsley Molden, Peyton Acey, and Michaela Nordis all played and failed to score. And, Mike, that's my unofficial statistics for the first half.
Just sitting watching all the goings-on here inside the arena as we sit. We lost a camera, so for those of you that are going to watch the replay when this thing ends, the Mercer County student section invaded the far end zone, which had been roped off for no participation, and our camera that films the end zone was set up in the middle of that. And I hope we got it back. I know we lost use of it, but once again, I assume that that's just how it's going to be. What do you think?
I think you may be right.
It is what it is sometimes.
I really thought they wouldn't let them stay down there, Mike. But
well, I'm amazed. I'm looking around but it appears it's going to happen.
There seems to be an administrator sitting down there with that group right there in the middle. You see that?
Yeah, well, you can see where they started to our right over here, whatever the white powder is that they threw all over the place. They came ready to participate, and that's great, but all the reasoning behind blocking that off was a COVID situation for the players. All right, we've got ready for the second half, Rob. Southwestern coming back to the floor with a full 5 minutes left on the clock. The thing that jumps out at me, this thing was played at a crazy pace.
It really was.
Very few turnovers. Either way.
No, you're right.
Southwestern, for about the first 6 minutes of this game, shut Timberland East out.
Yeah.
After that, she put 17 on the board, and you don't have to be a rocket scientist. They've got 23. She's got 17 of them. She's difficult. They've had Young on her, and Young's done a pretty good job. She just has a crossover step. And as you said, that little floater that she shoots in the lane, she elevates. And I don't know if anybody's now. You may have to bring, drag another defender from somewhere. And they even tried that. And she was able to get around the charge a time or two. And they did call one blocking foul on Alexis Smitty down here. So can you outscore Yeast in the second half? Maybe that's the question I want to ask.
Well, I mean, defensively, I don't think Southwestern's done a bad job on her.
I don't either.
She has done most of her damage, dribble drive. Again, she elevates. It's hard to defend her. Kayla Young has done a nice job on her. They bothered her. She's tried to deny the ball and been fairly successful with that. I'm curious, is it Drakeford that had the injury in the first half?
Yes, it is, and she was their primary ball handler prior to leaving the game.
Yeah, so I'm curious what her status is for that second half. She did not look like she was able to put a lot of weight on that ankle. And is that going to impact her in this second half? And
if she can't play, I think if it comes down to push, come to shove, and Southwestern wants to turn up the pressure, again, the seventh grader, if I'm not mistaken, T. Yeast, she didn't have quite as solid a handle on the basketball, obviously, as Drakeford. And I think Southwestern will exploit that at some point in time if Drakeford can't come back.
Yeah, and we've not seen really Southwestern turn on that pressure. And that Mercer County, however, did. But much like other teams that have tried it, Alexis Smitty and Aiden Smitty make that really hard to do because both of those girls can handle the ball really well and make it really hard to press them.
We remember back to the Danville game. Halftime was a one-bucket game in that game. Mid-third quarter, Danville made a run. It didn't look all that good. Southwestern went crazy from the three-point line at the end of that.
And they've hit 2 in the first half, which is uncharacteristic. Both of those coming from Aiden Smitty.
Yeah, and both of those were contested. So I will say one thing. Mercer, probably in their checkbook, before the game, the boxes,
yep,
they said don't give them open threes. And Southwestern, to their credit, I've got Foreman with 10.
Yep.
Lovelace with 8.
Yes, sir.
So you've got 18 points out of your bigs. Well, 2 of those are free throws. So let one of those 16 points out of your bigs, which is more than they had out of the entire game the other night. So I like what Coach Molden's doing because he said if you're going to take away the 3 and you're going to try to front my post, I'm going to get mine there.
Well, and kudos to Mercer County's coaching. Before we went on the air, we looked back at the last time Southwestern and Mercer played this season. Alexis Smitty had 28 points. They limited her to 2. Southwestern as a team made 10 three-pointers, and they limited Southwestern to 2 in the first half. So Mercer County's taken away some of the things that Southwestern likes to do, and Southwestern just exploited their bigs and taken it to the hoop. Mercer County so far really doesn't have anything to answer back. If they can continue to do that, I like Southwestern's chances here in the second half.
This is the conclusion of our Susan B. Hansford halftime show. I want to thank her for making this possible. Pardon, we get ready for the second half. There's one thing I would have probably bet you long money before we got here, and I would still bet you this thing's not over, and it's going to go a long way. It's going to be here just a while.
I would say you're correct. Let's
the key to this second half again is can Yeast continue? She missed 4 or 5 shots early. After that, everything she put up went. She got in a roll and she got to penetrating. I think Coach Molen will have a little rotation lined up to keep that from happening as easily. Be interesting to see the adjustments that both teams make. Nobody, and I mean nobody, well, Kayla Young does have 2 fouls. So if you want to call that foul trouble, she's in foul trouble. But nobody with any kind of foul difficulties here in the opening half. It will be Mercer basketball to start the second half. They froze the clock on us again, so I guess they're ready if the teams are ready. Mercer basketball.
We got a half left to crown a champion.
Inbounds to Yeast, from Yeast. Timberland Yeast will walk it to front court. Southwestern, well, they're matched up out of this. Let's see if, nope, they're still man. Thrown away. Shepard lost her balance, threw it away. Aiden Smitty got it to Alexis Smitty. Alexis Smitty waves her to the deep corner. She's going to run a little clear out in this 1-4 set that they've set up. Smitty off the baseline, gets the pass from Alexis Smitty over the top, finds Lovelace. She put it up and got mauled. Lindsay Jesse has her first foul. Once again, that's just an ISO. You get a wing and a post on the side. You get the fronting of the post. No weak side help because Southwestern can shoot the three from the backside. I like it a lot. Lovelace. That one's short. 30 seconds in. Nobody scored here in the third quarter of action. Lovelace a chance to break that. Second free throw. No. Came out. Yeast. Timberland Yeast. Ahead to Shepard. She'll pull up at the top of the key. Back to Yeast. Across to T. Yeast. She puts it on the deck. Can't get away. Dribbled it off the feet to Timberland Yeast, but she picks it up. Three from the corner by Tharp is long. No good. Molden with the rebound. Got it to Alexis Smitty. She put it up in traffic. It didn't go. Tharp might have got a piece of her. Throw it away. Yeast to front court. Molden plays the passing lane. Can't come up with it. It'll go out of bounds. Mercer basketball. 1 minute and 1 second of no score here in the third quarter.
We're still playing at a race car track pace.
We started the game like this. Timberland East has it out between the rings. She just stands and dribbles with Young watching her. Tries to go left. Can't get away. Good help defense by Aiden Smitty. T. Yeast now. She's between the rings. She'll go right off a high screen. Get it in the corner. Three in the air by Shepard. Buried it. Her first points of the game. And it's a 4-point lead. Alexis Smitty to front court. Starts to the right side, gives it to Lovelace. A little back to Smitty on a pull-up. Got it. Nice. Little give handoff, gave it back. Over the top, Lovelace went for the steal, didn't get it. And automatic again, Shepard hits another three from the same spot. And the lead is 3. Here comes Aiden Smitty, a little crossover, gets away from Tharp. She'll drive left, step back three in the air, yes. Aiden Smitty has her third Turner Realty Group 3 of the game. Here comes Yeast to the front court, runs over Young, no call. To the front court, Smitty, behind her to Mullen, put it up, got it. Timberland Yeast has it left side out above the ring. Young still playing her. Can't get away, gives it up. Jesse across the top of the key to T. Yeast. Back to Timberland Yeast. Everything above the rings right now. Pulls up for three. Straight away, no. Gets her own, no. Battle for the rebound. Coming away, it's on the floor, still loose. Young may have just picked, no, maybe they'll get Lovelace. Let's see if they get Lovelace or Young. That's 3 on Young. That was what I was afraid of. Ball was loose on the floor. Young came up with the basket. Ultimately, ball ended up in the hands of Young, but a foul.
Foreman checks in. Lovelace checks out.
All right, across the tee. Another 3 from the corner, this time no by Shepard, and Southwestern has the rebound. Foreman came away with it. She cuts into the lane, tough pass, no. Here goes Yeast to the other end, goes in on Schmitty, put it up, block. We're going to call Alexa Schmitty for the foul, her second. The official may have made a good call. I'm a long way away.
It's hard to see it.
But you really hate when they look up like that and look for help and then make the call. You blew the whistle. Yeast at the line, 17. Make it 18 on the game. Still a 3-point lead. Seven-point lead. I don't know where I got 3. Off the rim, no. Molden has the rebound. Alexis Smitty heads toward front court. Comes across the top, high screen. No, can't get there. Behind her, Molden. That's it. Aiden Smitty. Back to Alexis Smitty. Alexis Smitty can't find Foreman. They're trying. She's working on the block.
She is working.
Smitty dropped past the little pocket pass to Foreman. Put it in, and oh, was that nice.
Foreman using her left hand. Just proper technique.
Smitty went to that little soft bounce pass in traffic. Yeast to the lane, put it up, got hit. She'll score, and a chance to make it 3.
They call that on Kaylee? That's what the box.
I'm waiting to see what they put on the board. Smitty, Alexa Smitty, her second. Yeast a chance to pick up her third. Yeast a chance to pick up her 4th point here in the half. The third part of this old-fashioned 3-point play. Buried it. She's got 20. Full court man-to-man pressure into Aiden Smitty. She'll work it out, bring it up the floor, and token pressure from Tharp. All the way to the rim, bumped by Tharp, put it up too hard, no. Shepard ahead to Yeast. Up the right side, pulls up from 3, didn't take it. Had me, threw it away. Tharp and T. Yeast were standing in front of their bench trying to figure out who was going to catch the basketball. I got it, you take it. Sails out of bounds. Gift turnover, you take those.
Okay, we have a new lineup in. Nordis checked out. Lovelace checked in. We've got Lovelace and Foreman in at the same time, Mike.
Okay, they did that a little bit in the first half with AC and Foreman. So go 2 bigs. Now you can run a high-low set and put a big at the free throw line. Let's see what they do. Foreman working on the block, double screen. Smitty pulled up in traffic, couldn't get rid of it. Foreman, left-hand sweeper, didn't go. Battle for the rebound. Molen had it. Good old-fashioned rugby scrum on the floor. We've got 6 on the deck. They're going to have to call something. Southwestern called a timeout in the middle of all that. A UCB timeout.
Getting the counseling help you need has never been easier. Entrust Counseling is now providing counseling and case management services using your phone or computer. Give them a call at 606-676-0638 or visit their website at www.entrust-healthcare.com and get services started today from anywhere in Kentucky. And join us at the conclusion of tonight's game for our Alton Blakely Family of Dealerships post-game show, where we will award our Somerset Community College Offensive Player of the Game and our Modern Systems Defender of the Game.
Well, that was a good old-fashioned football pileup in front of the Southwestern bench. And evidently somebody had possession of the basketball long enough to call timeout from Southwestern.
And I couldn't see it. I had a bad angle.
There were just bodies battling for the basketball. Somebody had to have possession to call timeout. Anyway, Southwestern has the basketball. AC, top of the key, gives it to Smitty. Runs a little roll to AC, put it in. That was sweet. Set the screen, roll to the basket, catch the pass, put it in. 8-point lead. We've got Aiden Smitty now playing Yeast. 3-ball left side, no good from Tharp. Rebound AC. Here comes Southwestern to the front court, up 8. They've extended their halftime lead by 1. Aiden Smitty's going to run the point this trip. Comes off a high screen, back up 3, back rim, no. Double bounce, no. Yeast has it. Crosses over in front of Alexis Smitty and heads to front court. Alexis Smitty got a hand on it. Slapped it out of bounds, but it'll stay with Mercer County. Certain people you don't cross over in front of, that would be one of them.
Molden coming back in. AC checking out.
Inbounds pass to Yeast. That's Timberland Yeast. She'll walk at the front court, and waiting on her now is Aiden Schmitty. Jessie has it out high on the screen on the wing to Shepard. She belongs in the corner, doesn't she? That's where she's done her damage in this game. Out high to Yeast, put it on the deck, drive inside. Good job by Foreman to cut that off. Jessie's three in the air, no. Alexis Smitty has a rebound, and she got ran into by Yeast. And I'm not sure that wasn't intentional. First foul on Yeast. Team's second in the half, fourth in the game.
They're having a conversation.
Well, again, that was
hard foul.
Across the face, too. And, you know, people get sensitive when you hit them in the face. Smitty's going to walk at the front court. Southwestern in a 1-4 split. Now they'll bring Molden out high. They're going to try to get the ball to the wing and post a block. AC, too tall. Excuse me, that's Lovelace. It was too tall, stolen away by Jessie. They got Lovelace for the reach. Her second, team's fourth. AC, Lovelace I just called AC, will check out, and AC will check in. 8-point game, 1:39 to go in the third. It's Yeast to Timberland Yeast, and Timberland Yeast will walk at the front court. Aiden Smitty, go right, can't get away. Come back left, throw it over the top. AC went for the steal, didn't get it. Three in the air from Shepard, and I think she got fouled on a three-point shot. AC will pick up her second foul, 15 foul. They will shoot three. Shepard, right-hander, first one, perfect. She got 7 all in this half. Coach calls the entire team over to the bench. She can do that between free throws. Second one is perfect. Now she'll send them back, although the officials should not allow her any significant time to do it. Only one player gets let back in, by the way. No need. 3 out of 3. Shepard's got 9. It's a 5-point basketball game. And Alexis Smitty walks at the front court. AC, top of the key. Alexis Smitty got the return pass out beyond the 3. She'll back it out. This time Tharp comes out to play her. She waves everybody off. Tries to jab step and get away. Can't. 3 ball straight away. AC, no. Yeast. Timberland Yeast to the front court. Right wing, shifts gears, kicks it to T. Yeast. 3 in the air, no. Yeast has the rebound. Put it up, no. Good job by Foreman, stripped away from her. Jessie with the rebound, put it in and drew the foul. When you pull down a rebound, you must secure the Rick Barker rebound. That one was smacked away. Foul is on Foreman, her first. Scoreboard struggling, but it was on Foreman. Jessie, no. Aiden Smitty has a rebound, gives it to Alexis Smitty, and the lead is melded to 3. We go under 40 seconds. One shot here, partner.
Yep, I think that's the obvious call if they can hold on to the ball here for the next 30 seconds.
Smitty just crosses the top of the floor, now one side to the other to keep the dribble alive. Yeast will dog her. We'll go under 20 seconds. In front of the scorer's table. 12 seconds. Crossover toward the center. Now back to my side. 8 seconds. Put it on the deck. All the way to the corner. Bounced it off her knee. She thinks not. The officials say yes. And so 3 seconds for Nordis will check in. Foreman comes out. You got to think if you're Mercer, you're going to get it to And I thought they would to Yeast, and she's just going to let the clock run out. No attempt to get it up the floor. 41-38, Southwestern at the end of 3 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard.
Rick Barker, Gobby Realty and Auction. Names you know, names you can trust. Real estate and auction services for farm, commercial, residential, and personal. Gobby Realty and Auction has 49 years of experience in the real estate and auction business, and they're ready to put that to work for you. Go online at GobbyRealty.com for more information. And shop for your new home in confidence at Citizens National Bank or online mortgage applications. CNB Quick Mortgage can provide you with a pre-call letter in 3 to 5 minutes. This will give you and your realtor the peace of mind to know what you can afford. With the CNB Quick Mortgage, you can shop for personalized rates and compare available loan products. No need to download additional apps on your phone. Simply visit cnbsomerset.com for immediate advice before you start shopping for the home of your dreams. Subject to credit approval, Citizens National Bank, moving forward together, member FDIC. And Brad Carroll and all the staff at CC's Furniture are proud supporters of all local basketball teams are in the Lake Cumberland area. It is our hope here at CC's Furniture that all the coaches and all the student athletes have a successful and injury-free season. Come visit us at CC's Furniture, where they will be glad to help you with all your home furnishing needs. Go teams.
Lady Warrior basketball will start the 4th. They have a 3-point lead, and the basketball, Schmitty will walk it to front court. Left side to Aiden Schmitty. Bounce it outside, big sister. Alexis Schmitty will come across the floor to this left side. Can't get away. She and Foreman trying to get the ball to Foreman. Stolen away by Jesse. Trying too hard now to force the ball into the post. Here goes Yeast. Euro step. She's going to get the call. She'll shoot 2. Aiden Schmitty picks up her second foul. All right, 17 fouls. This is a 2-shot foul. Everything else will be bonus and double bonus.
Only 2 on Mercer.
Yep, Mercer does not shoot free throws on the season very well. They have shot them okay today, as Yeast hits that one. She's got 5 in the half, 22 in the game. 2-point separation right now, Lady Warriors. That one's perfect. She does not look like a 58% free throw shooter. Ball was thrown away almost, but Aiden Schmitty somehow went in and rescued it. Alexis Schmitty to Aiden Schmitty. They run this little weave offense. Molan, first shot she's taken in a long time. Doesn't hit anything. Throws it in off the foot of Yeast, does Schmitty, but Yeast comes away with it. Stop move up and in by Shepard. And for the first time in forever, Mercer leads 42-41. Schmitty gets bumped pretty hard by Lindsay. I think they'll call this one. Second foul. Only the team's third. Common foul. Southwestern, Alexis Schmitty to inbounds underneath her own basket. Back cut to Aiden Schmitty, put it up too hard. Here comes Yeast, Timberland Yeast to the other end. All the way to the rim, put it in. UCB timeout with 6:47 to go in the game. Southwestern trails 44-41 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard.
Banking is easier at United Cumberland Bank. ATM deposits, instant issue debit cards, and a mobile app that give you full control. Just a few reasons why more Pulaski Counties are choosing United Cumberland Bank, member FDIC. Keeping stats and the correct score is important to players, coaches, and fans, and the same can be said about keeping your taxes and finances in order. For over 26 years, Randall D. Turpin CPA has been doing just that. If accounting is not your thing, then let the pros at Randall D. Turpin CPA do it for you. Proud sponsor of the Randall D. Turpin scoreboard, located on Parkers Mill Road in Somerset. And in real estate, working with the right people matters. Barry Turner, broker and co-owner at Turner Realty Group, knows the ropes. Over the years, Turner Realty Group has developed excellent relationships with their clients. See for yourself on their Zillow profile with more reviews than anyone else in the Lake Cumberland region. Turner Realty Group is just off Highway 27 between lots 21 and 22. Call 679-SOLD or go online at shopsomersethomes.com.
Still forever to play in this basketball game. A 6:47. Southwestern is led since the early opening quarter, led by as many as 11 at 13-2. Mercer has clawed all the way back. Now it's Southwestern's time to try to reclaim the lead. AC to inbounds underneath the basket. Smitty comes and takes the handoff from Lovelace, and she'll walk it to front court. Goes to the right side, crosses over, can't get away. Looked at the cut of Lovelace, wasn't there. Waves her out for the high screen. She gets it. There's the roll. AC down the lane, put it up strong and got fouled, and that could be Jessie. If it is, it's her third. Nope. It was on Shepard, her second. Team's fourth. AC. 2 points in the game, by my count. Missed it. Still a 3-point basketball game. Mercer with the lead. Second one, too hard. Comes off. Yeast goes up and gets it. She has pretty good elevation. Timberland Yeast has the ball high right side. She's just bouncing it against Young, who's come back to play her now. Inside off the hands of Jessie, but she got it back to Young. 3-ball from the wing by Shepard. She's hit 3 of those in this half, and the lead is 6. Into the lane, drop it to Lovelace from Smitty, laid it in. She's got 10. A UCB timeout, 5:55 to go, 47-43. Mercer County with the lead.
Intrust Counseling has made it their mission to be the trusted leader in promoting mental wellness in our communities through individualized care. Stay healthy at home with counseling and case management services using your phone or computer. Call them at 606-676-0638 to get services started today from anywhere in Kentucky. Visit their Facebook page at Intrust Healthcare Counseling for all the latest updates and giveaways.
Do you know they're adding to the growing team? If you're a therapist and looking for an amazing company to work for, Intrust is hiring statewide. Check out their website at www.intrust-healthcare.com. Thank you, Kelly, and all the good folks at Intrust. You've been with us since the drop. Southwestern trails by 4. It is Mercer basketball underneath the Southwestern basket. They've got to take it the length of the floor, and Southwestern shows full court man T Yeast to Timberland Yeast, back to T Yeast, and she heads to front court. Crosses over, got away with a little high bounce. Aiden Smitty. Here comes Alexis Smitty as they're double teaming the basketball.
She just fell down
Yeast
with it.
just fell down with it. I guess they called timeout. Mercer County. This will be another UCB timeout.
Henderson Chiropractic is committed to relieving your pain using the true principles of chiropractic care. Recurring helpful team strives for excellence through extraordinary service and patient education. Dr. Henderson provides chiropractic care for injuries that occur during sports, auto accidents, work-related activities, or just everyday wear and tear. The experience you need for the results you want, that's Henderson Chiropractic.
Well, I thought it was a 30, but take a little longer than that, but they'll break huddle, and we'll get back to action. Once again, a 4-point game. Mercer is shooting the bonus. They've got 2 fouls they're going to have to burn somewhere before Southwestern will ever shoot bonus. Long way from over. This one's got a lot of drama left. Here goes Yeast. Young does a nice job of cutting her off. Behind her to Shepard and Yeast, and they've scored all but 2 points that Mercer scored in this half. Here goes Yeast to the rim, put it up. She didn't get there because Lovelace fouled her. Well, maybe I missed that. We'll figure it out in a minute. Yeast is at the line.
Yeah, foul called on Smitty on that one.
Interesting. That's 3 on Alexis Smitty. Yeast takes a deep breath. She's earned it. Buried it. She has not seen the bench since we got here, and
no
handles it every second on the offensive end, and most of the times in the middle of the mess on defense.
Mercer Haley hasn't moved many players around at all.
No. That one stayed on the left side for a while but decided to fall, and the lead is 6. That's as big as it has been for the Lady Titans. Smitty drifts left, can't get away. Behind her to Aiden Smitty. Drop it on the block. Nice move by Lovelace. Hooked the defender, put it in. She's got 12. Mercer will come get the ball. That's T. Lovelace. She didn't get in bounds. She handed the ball to Timberland Lovelace, or Timberland Yeast. And when you do that, you're both in possession, and the guy standing out, or the lady standing out of bounds, it's a turnover, and a big one, and a tough call. Smitty has it. Alexis Smitty on the wing. She'll bounce it out. Now go between the rings. Comes off a Molden screen. That was a Young screen. Put it up, no. Yeast slapped the ball out of bounds. It will stay with Southwestern.
I like that, though. Smitty taking it to the basket. She's not done a lot of that tonight.
Yep, she has to at some point in time. Aiden Smitty. Cross-court pass to Alexis Smitty. Just like they used to do in the backyard. Laid it in, a 2-point game. Inbounds pass slapped away by Alexis Smitty. It counts nothing, but in the amp meter in this joint,
it fired the place up.
Yes, the orange and blue side just went up. Inbounds pass, they get it to Yeast. That's what I'd do with it. She blows through a triple team. Down the lane, wide open shot blocked by Tharp. Here comes Smitty to front court. Reaching, no call, shifts gears, can't get through. Corner, Young, back to Molden, didn't take it. Good look. Alexis Smitty, 3, right side, no. Lovelace goes and gets the rebound. Gets it to Alexis Smitty, spin, move up and in off the glass and good. That's 4 in a row, we're tied at 49.
Alexis Smitty heating up.
They're going to call the foul on Aiden Smitty. They had to because she stepped out of bounds on the cut. You're going to have to call one or the other. That's 3 on Aiden Smitty. Told you it wasn't over.
No.
We have exactly 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Timberland Yeast came into the game shooting under 60% at the free throw line. She has improved on that significantly today.
She's 10 out of 12.
That one cupped out. We may have jinxed her. Lovelace has a rebound. 1 point. Lady Titan lead as Smitty will walk it to our end. Standing on the Pirate, the maroon. Young's going to come off comes off a high Young screen. Gets it to Molin, down the lane, put it up short. Got her own, drew the foul. Tharp with the harm. 16 foul. This is a 2-shot foul, so bonuses are going to start coming. Unfortunately for Southwestern, Mercer's going to shoot double bonus from here on. That's just 5 according to the score, man. Molden hits the free throw. By my count, she's got 3 in the game. 3 points.
Let me look.
Doesn't matter.
Yes.
Make it 4.
Make it 4.
I wouldn't foul her in a late game situation either. Timeout. Mercer County, 3:42 to go in the fourth. Southwestern on top, 51-50 on a Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard.
Don't feel great, just can't wait. Well, Quick Care is open late. Just walk in at their clinic in Med Park West, just off Bogle Street behind the hospital. Hours are 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. weekdays and 10 to 3 on Saturdays. No appointments necessary for accidents, ailments, chronic conditions, as well as health services like sports physicals, flu shots, and health screenings. They accept most major health insurance plans, and they can bill the insurance companies directly. Quick Care Walk-In Clinic at Med Park West. And a big thank you to Don Franklin Somerset Family of Dealerships, Kentucky, for presenting this afternoon's coverage of high school basketball. The weather outside is getting warmer, but the prices are dropping at these Somerset locations. Visit them on Facebook at Don Franklin Somerset Family of Dealerships. They treat you like family. And you're listening to the Buffalo Wings and Rings playoff basketball. Buffalo Wings and Rings. Wings created your way and always fresh, never frozen burgers.
1 point game, partner.
It's a dandy.
Kind of what we'd hoped for, kind of the way the feel of a region final. 2 pretty good basketball teams and a lot to be decided. Yeast has it, slapped away. Go in and get it. Smitty comes away. That's Young. Smitty slapped it away. Young came up with it, slapped out of bounds. They're going to say off Southwestern Mercer County basketball. Mercer gets it into Yeast. She puts it on the floor, blows through that triple team. She's grabbed and held by Molden. This will be 2 shots, unfortunately. Kinsley Molden's first foul. Team's 10th. I was wrong earlier. Only 5 team fouls on Mercer at this point. 2 shots coming to Timberland Yeast.
She shot 13 foul shots, Mike, and I got a feeling she's going to shoot several more before this
one's over. A dozen more, maybe? Yeah. Two shots here. First one's hard off the back rim. No. Still a chance to tie it. Good. We're tied at 51. 3.5 left to go in this fourth quarter. Alexis Smitty bounces it to the right side, goes in on Yeast, little back end move, can't get away. Good defense, by the way. Lovelace comes out and sets a screen. There's a blow by, put it up. That one's on Jesse. Her third, team 6th, 2 shots coming to Alexis Smitty. Good job that time. The screen by Lovelace was so good on Yeast, she couldn't fight through it.
No, she could not. And I like Alexa taking the ball to the basket.
Free throw is good. She got 9 points on the game by my count. That's very unofficial.
Yep, that's what I have.
Chance to go to double figures. Big smile on her face. Somebody said something she liked. She buried it, whatever it was, and a 2-point lead. T. Yeast has it, gives it to Timberland Yeast. She walked. She got the ball up above her shoulders and trying to go through a double team, just scooted the feet. I wondered if they were going to call it, and the official on the far side got the call.
It's a full court press for Southwestern, cranking up the heat.
You mentioned it would come, and it has, and they missed Drakeford. She's not out there. Smitty goes right, can't get away. Molden looked at a 3, said no. Back to Smitty. Drifts right, now back toward the middle. Can't get away, but not hurting anybody right now either. Blows by Yeast. Yeast in the air. Smitty put it up. No. Go get it, Aiden Smitty. Back to Alexis Smitty, and they'll recycle it at the 2:30 mark, leading by 2. Between the rings, Smitty, left-handed bounce, can't get away. Whistle. UCB timeout. Southwestern 2-point lead on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard.
Conveniently located off North Highway 27 between Big Lots and Backyard Burger, Magic Monograms is the place for custom embroidery, screen printing, and so much more. They can put your designs on medical and athletic uniforms, corporate and school apparel. Find them on Facebook. Search Magic Monograms and Embroidery. And Henderson Chiropractic is committed to relieving your pain using the true principles of chiropractic care. Their caring, helpful team strives for excellence through extraordinary service and patient education. Dr. Henderson provides chiropractic care for injuries that occur during sports, auto accidents, work-related activities, or just everyday wear and tear. The experience you need for the results you want, that's Henderson Chiropractic. And come to Backyard Burger for the absolute best 100% Black Angus burger anywhere. Add some waffle or seasoned fries, a bowl of chili, crispy chicken strips, or maybe some onion rings. Backyard Burger is located on North Highway 27 between lots 1 and 2. Backyard wishes the best of luck to all the local high school teams. And remember, it's better in the backyard.
Want to remind you that immediately or almost immediately, real soon after we conclude this broadcast, if you want to watch this broadcast with video, you'll be able to tune to LakeCumberlandSports.com. Go there. There'll be a link. Wait just a few minutes after the game's over, and feel free to enjoy it. Compliments of all of our sponsors. Southwestern inbounds, 2-point lead. Smitty to AC. Back to Smitty. Little roll that they used earlier. Slapped it up in the air, and Shepard's going to come away with it. She heads toward the right corner to the lane. Goes in on Foreman, I get Foreman for the reach, but Shepard kind of threw her away like a bad habit at the end of that one. Second on Foreman. Southwestern's well above the double bonus, so everything is 2. This is 2 for Shepard. She looked really solid at the line earlier, and that one's bottom. She didn't score in the opening half. I've got her with 15 in the second half. AC out.
Foreman out.
Young back, I think. I was trying to figure out who the other one was on the block. Shepard. Yeah, that's a pretty good looking free throw swing right there. Tie ball game, 2 minutes to go. Here comes Smitty. Everybody got their money's worth today, guys. Smitty with Yeast. Crossover, blow by, bump, and a foul. Yeast bodied her, but then brought the arm down at the end of it, and I think the arm was what they actually called. It's only her second foul, team 7th, but this is 2 free throws for Alexis Smitty. That one crawled in. Wasn't pretty, but it counts 1. 1 point lead, by the way, Lady Warriors. Second of 2. Senior eyes it, buried it. 2 point lead, pressure everywhere. Yeast gets it into Jesse. Yeast splits the double team on the return pass, heads toward the other end, crossover. Left-handed drive, laid it in, oh my. That was stout, the game's tied at 55. Woo. Big league move right there. Blow by and then get to the rim. Smitty, crossover, starts down the lane, pulls up in traffic, put it in. They're playing horse. 2 point Southwestern lead. $1:20 to go in this one. Here goes Yeast to the other end. Cut off, back tip. Smitty looks ahead, finds Young. Young wide open, laid it in. 4 point lead, 106. Yeast walks it to front court. She'll cross over by herself, pull up for 3. No. Rebound Young. Rebound Molden, excuse me. Doesn't matter, Southwestern has it. Smitty has the ball. Jesse goes for the foul, reaches out with both hands. And Southwestern's going to have to make some bonus shots now. It's going to be 1-1.
And Smitty just told her teammates, go talk to coach.
Yeah. Well,
she did, so get over there.
There's nothing like a little bit of confidence. The only thing better than that's a lot of confidence.
That's right.
She steps to the line to shoot the 1 bonus. Or did they call it an intention? Wait a minute. Came out. Wow. Still alive is Mercer. Here's Yeast. Penetrates, crossover. Behind her, the 3 in the air, but Jesse is no. Rebound Tharp. She goes to the deck. They're going to call a foul. Going to call a trip. Show me a number. What did they call? They just said timeout. I'll figure this one out. Timeout on the floor. It's a UCB timeout. 39.5 to play. Southwestern on top by 4 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard.
No appointments necessary at Quick Care Walk-In Clinic. They're right behind the hospital, just up Ogle Street in Med Park West, right where they have been for over a decade. Quick Care has lab and x-ray equipment right there in the clinic, and they're open late. So if you've had an accident or you aren't feeling well, just walk in and let the highly qualified medical professionals take care of you. Quick Care Walk-In Clinic at Med Park West.
I got the answer. The bench called the timeout before the collision occurred.
Well,
Mercer had possession, so all that I was trying to describe at the end of that never happened, to be honest with you.
Okay.
They had been given the timeout.
39 seconds on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Southwestern leads 59-55. This one's still yet to be determined.
That was a well-called timeout by their bench. Mercer has it in the corner. Yeast tries to get it to Tamron Yeast. Slapped away by Young. And a do-over. And that cost about a second and a half. Yeast gets it into Jesse. Back to Yeast. She's pushed. That's a foul on Young. Her 4th.
I think that's her 5th, Mike.
You think that's 5? Well, you're usually right on these things. She thinks it's 5 because she's headed toward the bench. Junior Mullen will have 30 seconds to get a replacement into the game. You are correct, my son. So I've got one misplaced somewhere else. It will be Foreman to check in. 2 shots coming to Yeast. 32.3. Southwestern, one more bonus. That one is hard and no good. Still, if she makes this, it's a 1-possession basketball game. Yeast. That one came off. Rebound comes to Lovelace. She gets it to Smitty. Ball slapped out of bounds. Nope, they're just saying, come on. Yep, they did call the foul. I was trying to wait and see if they just said the ball had been tipped, but Alexa Smitty's going to go to the line. Foul is on Yeast. That's her 3rd. Sort of irrelevant at this time. These free throws matter. 1 and 1. First one. Yes. Now it's a 5-point game. This one matters because 6 is 2 possessions, but it takes double threes to do it. That one's perfect. Yeast will have to head to front court in a hurry as we go toward 20 seconds. Goes left, cut off. Smitty got a hand on it. She'll back up. Now here comes Yeast back at her. Reach, foul on Molden. Yeast will go back to the line to shoot 2. Point guard and coach having a discussion at close range over here to our left.
This is Timberland Yeast's 18th foul shot of the night.
18. Well, it hit the back of the rim and came off. The last 3 have been unkind. Southwestern crowd has just gone crazy. It's not over. 6-point lead, 16 seconds. That one's bottom. Yeast hits it. Timeout on the floor. UCB timeout. Let's set this one. Southwestern up by 5. 15.6 to go here on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard.
Getting the counseling help you need has never been easier. Intrust Counseling is now providing counseling and case management services using your phone or computer. Give them a call at 606-676-0638 or visit their website at www.intrust-healthcare.com and get services started today from anywhere in Kentucky. And 2020 has been a crazy year, and a lot of things have changed, but some things stay the same or even get better, like Somerset Community College's commitment to students. We are committed to offering a high-quality education, a personal experience with a great faculty and staff, and the lowest tuition in the state. SEC offers online, hybrid, and in-person classes and makes it easy for students to enroll. Somerset Community Colleges offers classes in 8, 12, and 16-week sessions. SCC's campuses and centers are safe, clean, and ready to welcome you.
Well, if you're Southwestern, your second trip to the big dance is 15.6 ticks away. Can you hang on? Their ball to bring it length of the floor. Mercer will sell out, I am sure, and somebody's about to get fouled in a hurry if you get the ball in bounds. You got to catch it and own it because you're going to get chucked, as they say, from behind. Smitty gets it. They can't chuck her. They had to grab her. She got by them before they could bump her. Well, now if you make free throws, you're going to Rupp. That is the 5th foul charge to Lindsey Jesse. I had her with 2 points on the game.
I'd have to check that.
That doesn't matter. It's very unofficial, and they count on the board when you're done. 2 free throws coming to Alexis Smitty. She's made 6 of those here in the second half.
Yes, Jesse had 2 points.
Thank you. Smitty's free throw cupped out. Now, you need this one, to be honest with you. It's a 7-point game if you just want to get into all those could-bes. But the clock doesn't stop in high school basketball on makes. So even if Mercer scores here, I think they've only got 1 timeout left. Crossover Yeast down the lane. They clear it out and let her go. She put it up short. There's Lovelace. There's a rebound. She gets it to Smitty. That was Nordis. Let's call it ball game. 62-56. Southwestern's 20th win of the season is a sweet one. It means that the Lady Warriors, for the second time, will be making a trip to Rupp Arena. My information tells me they will play April the 7th at 8 o'clock against Region 8. And if I'm not mistaken, Region 8 might be Anderson County. All that is very unofficial. But, Michael, right now, that's a week and a half away. Let's just enjoy a minute of the celebration down in front of us while you get ready with some team foul. This one, Southwestern got out on top 13-2, if you want to set the Wayback Machine. That lead went to 13-9 in a blink. Came all the way back, and I have Mercer leading by as many as 5 in the third quarter. Southwestern comes back down the stretch. They win it by 6. Congratulations. Number 20 is sweet, the victory, but the trip to Rupp is the reward. They're going to present some all-tournament teams, but if you want to start in our Alton Blakely post-game show, feel free.
All righty. So at the Alton Blakely Family Dealerships post-game show, we'll start with some unofficial statistics. First, from Southwestern wins 62-56. Some statistics first for Mercer County. Mercer County shoots 43% on 17 of 39. Southwestern 54% on 24 of 44. Three-point shots, Mercer was 4 out of 16 for 25%. Southwestern 3 out of 13 for 23%. Free throws, Mercer County shot a ton of them, 18 of 26 for 69%. Southwestern 11 out of 18 for 61%. Rebounding the basketball, Southwestern wins that battle 26-19. Of Southwestern's 26, 7 of those on the offensive end. Mercer County had 19 and 4 of those on the offensive end. Southwestern has 14 assists again tonight, Mike. Mercer County had 2. Mercer County did have 9 steals to Southwestern's 5. Southwestern had 3 blocks to Mercer's 1. Personal foul, Southwestern commits 19 to Mercer's 13. Bench point, Southwestern had 14, Mercer 0, with really not a lot of action on Mercer's bench at all. Some individual statistics. Timberland Yeast leads the way for Mercer County with 32 points. She was 10 out of 19 from the floor. She was 12 out of 19 from the foul line. She had 12 rebounds and assists and a couple steals and a block. Stevie Shepard had 16 points. She was 4 out of 6 from the field. She had 3 out of 5 from long range. She was a perfect 5 out of 5 from the foul line. Ryan Tharp had 3 points on 1 out of 3 shooting. All 3 of those was from long range. Anna Drakeford had 3 points and 1 out of 4 shooting, 1 out of 1 from the foul line. She went down with an injury there at the first half. I hate to see that. Lindsay Jesse had 2 points. She was 1 out of 4 shooting. She had a rebound and 3 steals. Jersey McGinnis and T. Yeast both played and failed to score. Southwestern was paced tonight by Alexa Smitty on 5 out of 14 shooting. She was 0 for 6 from three-point range. She was 7 out of 9 from the charity stripe. Alexa Smitty had 10 assists tonight, Mike, and 2 rebounds. Marissa Lovelace had 12 points on 5 out of 6 shooting. She was 2 out of 4 from the charity stripe. Marissa had 8 rebounds and a couple steals and assists and a block. Kylie Foreman had 12 points on 6 out of 9 shooting. She was 0 for 2 from long range. Kylie had 5 rebounds and a steal. Aiden Smitty had 9 points. She was 3 out of 7 from the floor, 3 out of 4 from long range, and she had 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Kaylee Young had 6 points. She was a perfect 3 out of 3 from the field. Kaylee had an assist, a steal, and 2 block shots. Kinsley Molden had 4 points on 1 out of 4 shooting from the floor. She was 2 out of 2 from the charity stripe. Kinsley had 6 rebounds. Peyton Acey had 2 points on 1 out of 1 shooting. Peyton had 2 rebounds. Michaela Nordis played and failed to score. And that's my unofficial statistics, Mike. Southwestern's pressure, Southwestern's foul shooting late in this one, just too much for the Titans.
Yeah, again, and that is the thing against Southwestern. Southwestern doesn't press you all the time, but when they decided to turn the press on here in the fourth quarter, they were extremely effective in disrupting what Mercer was trying to do. If you hear the roar in the background, they just presented the team trophy to the Lady Warriors. And I'm going to give you the individual players from Southwestern who made the all-tournament team. That would be Alexa Smitty, Kaylee Young, Aiden Smitty, and Marissa Lovelace will be the four-lady, well-deserved four-lady Warriors to make the all-tournament team. Partner, we knew coming into this thing, I don't think anybody even candy-coated it, that Southwestern was one of the favorites to win this thing. After they got through the first two rounds and got to this one, you kind of looked up and said, okay, they're here. What are they going to do with it? I think they proved that they're a worthy representative of the 12th region.
You bet.
They're going to show up at Rupp on a Wednesday night, take on Anderson County, who, by some counts, one of the top one or two in the state. But I think if you talk to Coach Molden right now, I wish we could. I wish he would come up here right now if I could get his eye. But if we could talk to him right now, I think his comment very seriously would be, we belong there.
Yep.
That's just the attitude they've taken.
Yeah, and they've proved it all year long. Coach Molden's unbuttoned his shirt, so I'm curious what he's got beneath there.
Superman,
Warriors.
Probably.
Is
that tattooed or is that a Warriors? Okay.
Yeah.
It may have been his from back in the day.
Maybe.
How about this, though? This team lived by the three-point shot in the semifinals. They beat Danville from the range. They went out and stood where you can't get to them and bombed you.
Mm-hmm.
Today, needing to play a different style of game, they just took you to the block and beat you with the post.
Yep.
And then Smitty down the stretch was pretty special, too. Let's not forget that.
And kudos goes to Mercer County, Mike. I mean, Mercer County's defense.
And they lost Drakeford early.
And they lost Drakeford early, but Mercer County's defense took away some of the things that Southwestern likes to do. They took away the three-point shot, I feel like, and they did their best to neutralize, and Alexa Smitty certainly did in the first half. But Alexa cranked it up and turned up the intensity there in the second half. She was just not going to be denied here tonight, and determination just saw this one through.
My scoring is always grossly unofficial because I try to do a few other things while we're doing the game. I had Aiden Smitty with 3 threes, and that's it. I don't think anybody else on Southwestern made a three today, did they?
They did not. You're right. Aiden Smitty was 3 out of 4 from long range, and no one else hit a three-point shot. You're right.
I don't know how you're doing in selling stuff for us. Have you gotten through most of everything we're supposed to do?
We are good, all except
booked.
Well, we have a modern systems defender of the game and a Somerset Community College offensive player of the game. This is going to be easier today, even though we've got a lot of deserving folks. Since 1979, Modern Systems have been defending communities all across Kentucky, and they're proud to be part of the communities they serve, spending time and sponsorships to numerous charities like Project 5810, Relay for Life, March of Dimes, Heart Walk, local school programs, and many more. Modern Systems, your neighbors and your friends, and they work 24/7 to protect the things that matter most to you. From homes to businesses to schools and churches, let Modern Systems be your trusted name in security. My Modern Systems defender of the game, my vote goes for senior Marissa Lovelace. She led the team in rebounding, just played fantastic, set the tone early with her offensive presence. We have to award an offensive player of the game, and our offensive player of the game is sponsored by Somerset Community College. And my offensive player of the game is a player year for Southwestern, and that's senior Alexa Smitty. She was just refused to be denied there in the second half. She finishes the game with 17 points and really closed it out at the charity stripe. So our Somerset Community College offensive player, number 12, Alexa Smitty. And fittingly, both of those recognition going to the two seniors on this squad.
Yeah, and my comment about Smitty, she had 2 at halftime.
Yeah.
She had spent most of the first half with yeast in her grill and her and yeast grill and everything else running this offense to get pressure, and she was willing to not force the basketball. Came crunch time in the game, and she was the one who put it on her hip, basically said, let's go to Rupp. So I'm in full agreement with you on that one. That was fun, wasn't it?
That was a lot of fun.
Just sitting there looking down at the faces and all the hours of work that have gone into this, and it just Coach Molden up on the ladder cutting a net, and it's just good stuff.
It really is.
We're glad they let us be a part of it.
Absolutely, and such a deserving team and a deserving coach. They have worked so hard, played the best teams in the state of Kentucky this year, and that work and that determination certainly paying dividends for them here tonight.
If you can get him up here, Kevin's wanting to know if we want to talk to Junior. We'll see if he comes. If he comes within a reasonable amount of time, you're the boss. Let's go ahead and remind everybody, we anticipate, and I don't think it would be a stretch, that when the Lady Warriors tee it up at 8 o'clock on Wednesday night, a week and a half from now at Rupp Arena against the champion of Region 8, we'll be there. And there will be live coverage, live local coverage from LakeCumberlandSports.com.
Southwestern plays the 8 o'clock game. Is that right?
8 o'clock on Wednesday night, as I understand, against the winner of the 8th region. Once again, they used to move some of them around because of schools and where they're from and all that and travel, but I do think that's a done deal. Junior may be coming up to see us. I'll tell you what, we're going to hang on. So let me once again thank the good folks at Quick Care Walk-In Clinic at Med Park West for making this possible for us this year, along with the folks at the Don Franklin Somerset family of dealerships and everybody else who've made this kind of a deal.
Coach,
and I think he's going to come see us. So we're going to hang on a minute because this is one of the good guys in the business, and you like to talk to good guys. You want to do this? You want me to? I don't care. All right, well, put a headset on him and don't ask him to sit down. I don't think he can right now. But, hey, Coach, good to see you. I wish I had a bottle of water for you that hadn't been dampened, but I guess we'll just have to. Hey, congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Kerr.
Sometimes good things happen to good people.
I'll tell you what, we've done everything right. It's nice to finally get the work to pay off.
We talked before the game. You were a little calmer than you are now, not a whole lot, though. Your team reflects you so much. The confidence that's in them that if we go do – what'd you say to me? Let's just go out and play and do what we do.
You know, we were down 6 in the fourth quarter, and I called the timeout one play too late. And I looked at them and apologized. I said, it's on me, but I know we got this, you know. I said, look at my eyes. I have all the confidence in the world in you all. I prepared you to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations. We're going full court tonight, and we're going to be all right. We'll win this game.
Going to give them a little time off, like a half a day tomorrow?
We'll get about a half a Monday off, and then I did a bad job before the West game. I gave us a day off, and then we didn't have a very good practice before we played West. We had a bad first half. Learned my lesson. We had 3 really good practices, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, before we played Danville and, you know, a great coach in Judy Mason. And then we had a really good practice yesterday. Probably overthought a couple things just a little bit, but, you know, we were trying to prepare for every little thing.
You won the 6 in a region final. I'm going to let you overthink if you want to. Here's my comment. The Danville game, late mid-third quarter, you just came out and rained. It was one of those archery thing. You were just throwing them in, and you beat them from the distance.
Right.
Today I saw early you were going to run a little bit of try to get the wing pass and the lob to the big because they were fronting the bigs, and you stuck with it.
We had to stick with that because they were denying the crap out of Kinsley and Aiden, and that was their thing. We're not going to let Southwestern win with threes. And we thought that would happen, so I was trying to get the empty ball screen, no help on the backside. I knew they would stay up close to Kinsley. My girl over here on
they have to honor.
Yeah, they honored it, and it helped us get them over the top passes.
Right.
And so that was in the game plan for sure. My assistant coach, Casey Dalton, does a wonderful job, and me and him both talked about that. We actually put that in right before we left, and we call it Kansas. It's a Bill self play.
Yeah.
And I give all the credit to Coach Casey Dalton for that. I mean, he has I can't brag about him enough because if you really want to push yourself, you surround yourself with people that push you. And Casey's not a yes man. I asked him to be honest with me all year, and I think that's really helped. I don't always say yes, and I do my own thing sometimes, but he's all right with that. And we work really, really well together. So I'm just so happy to have my staff, Addison Quarter, Michelle Markham, and Casey coming on this year has just been so big.
I don't know, man. It's got to feel good. You put in all the time, all the work, all the summer, everything that goes into this, and finally, maybe for a matter of a couple hours anyway, you get to take a deep breath and just say, hey, this is okay. This is fun.
We didn't look ahead to Mercer, I promise you. Danville's all I concentrate on. Mercer's all I concentrate on. I have no idea.
Probably
I know
Anderson.
It's a Wednesday game.
It's 8 o'clock, I think, Wednesday night.
Okay, well, here's what I was told a few years ago when I was assistant coach for Coach Butcher in this same gym, and we were playing for a regional title against Casey County. We won that night, and everybody told us Anderson. Next thing you know, we're going to Rupp Arena and playing Collins.
That's what I'm getting at. You never know until they sign. When they send you that package, and you'll be getting one, probably you or Alex maybe tomorrow or the next day. It's got all that stuff in it. Then you know you're going. That's
my man
good.
right
Yes,
here.
sir. Coach Baker.
I'm telling you what, Southwestern, we stick together and stuff. I stole this shirt. I stole this off of Coach Baker. I just went into his office and I stole. It was on top. I was like, thank goodness, number 11. Now you know the story about behind 11, don't you, Mark? Or
No,
Mr. Kerr. Jalen won. My son was on the 2018
I
team.
remember that. Yes,
he wore number 11.
See, my memory would not let me go that far.
As a dad sitting up in the crowd supporting you,
I
remember that.
understand.
And I'm looking back. Kinsley in 2019, I'm an assistant for Coach Busher. We make our run. Kinsley wore number 11. She's waiting on 24 to come available from Callie Sharon.
Yes.
All right, so she goes to 24, and I'm sitting here going into this game thinking, you know what? I better have a number 11 on a Molden, or we're in trouble for a regional championship. So I went and got number 11. It was my son's old jersey, and here I am. It was just a little bit of a superstition thing, and I really love the fact that so many people underestimate it. And you know this, Mike, before the season started. There was even talks about rebuilding. And we had a chip on our shoulder. Willie Hope from the mountains come over and talked to me, and I just said, we are going to outwork everybody. And I know these other coaches in a COVID year, it has been tough, and they've worked hard too. But in the ice storm, Mike, I went and drove kids over to the gym.
Well, I don't doubt that.
We were there till 11 because we was bored out of our minds anyway. We worked every night. It was I had parents looking at me like, that guy, he's a nut, but at least he's got our kids out of the house right now because they didn't want them in the house. So it was one of them deals. We really worked hard this year, like you said. I think we definitely deserve the work effort we put in. 20
wins against the schedule you played. Let's just say you have earned what's coming your way, and the bonus is you get to go play on a big floor. And last time you were there, my memory says you had a pretty good run. I think we made a pretty good run, didn't we?
Oh, we made a run right to the state championship game. We lost. We lost on the last day of the season.
I remember.
But you know what? I learned so much. I got into this under Coach Busher 3 years ago. I always coached middle school, and I got up to the high school, and I was actually coming to turn him down. I learned so much in that first practice at the high school. I told my wife, I'm going to stick around. I'm not going to turn him down again as an assistant. And it would have been the second time I would have turned him down. So I stuck around. He just acted like I was on the staff. And I'm like, you know what, I'm going to do this. And I was learning so much. Because you think in middle school. You don't. Middle school basketball is just, you're building your kids and stuff. And I learned so much in that 2019 run with Coach Butcher is where I'm going with this. And he's so great. He's up there in the crowd. He's texting me.
He's here every game. I see him.
You talk about having an administrative guy that's so supportive. And I'm so lucky I got them 2 years. I really needed one more year under him. I really did. I know that because all the logistics behind the scenes. But nobody's ready for a COVID year, let me tell you. I told the kids I love everything in the gym, but this dealing with the outside stuff for every coach in the 12th region. They gave me Coach of the Year, but I was like, everybody should be Coach of the Year this year with what you
just
had
for
to,
here.
Yeah, we're here, and we got all of our kids in here and played. Let me give a big shout out to Haley Spivey.
Please,
man, I told her when we played up there at Mercer, I said, Coach, I think it could be us if we start playing the right way. Our schedules are so tough. Now, she was losing some games on our schedule. She had a 5 or 6 game losing streak, and she would text me back. I told her, I said, I just really feel like your team will show up at the right time. And that schedule helped them. We talked about our schedule a few minutes ago. I go to Franklin the first night, and we lose, We went to North Laurel. Lost, and I went back over there 4 days later, and I had parents ready. Are you crazy?
Hey, I know y'all played a 3-game set.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and then they come to our place because Coach Eddie Mahan, he's a great guy. We'll play again if we have to. And guess what? There's a shot they'll go to Rupp as well, and maybe we get fortunate enough to play them again. But I thought the tough schedule for both teams helped. Haley Spivey has done a great job. Imagine the pressure taking over.
Oh yeah,
that program, Chris Souter, from 2015, 2000. And they had 2 state championships and. The criticism you take that first year when you go out first round, I coming off of a state runner-up with Coach Butcher and I take over, it is tough.
Oh, I'm sure.
I felt it with her, and I want to give her a big shout-out. She done a heck of a job. Drakeford went down, was it early in the third quarter?
Second, I think,
was it second?
I think.
And for her, they took a 6-point
It was early third. I'm sorry.
Early third is what I thought.
Yes.
Listen, and she coached her butt off, got a 6-point lead, and she forced me to have to learn what I learned from Coach Butcher, do what I learned from Coach Butcher.
Just keep deflecting, Coach.
Yeah.
Keep thinking other people. And some of us are going to remind you that that is your basketball team out there celebrating.
Hey, let me they gave these all tournament teams out, and we don't care about that stuff. Coaches of the years, we don't. How about Kylie Foreman first?
Yeah, I was going to say, again, when you needed a big, she got 10 at the half.
She had 10 at the
12
half.
in the game.
You could give all tournament team trophies all around that Southwestern deal right now. But you know what? Nobody said anything. Kaylee Young was sick coming into the day, and she had to guard Timberland East.
I know.
And I'm worried. We're going into the shoot-around, and I'm worried. And she played her, but she got in foul trouble, but she played through it. I just thought their confidence. I've put them in so many uncomfortable situations that they got comfortable late, and they said, all right, we've been here. We've been against Marshall. We've been against North Lauderdale. We're all right.
Well, it shows, too. You don't panic when you get 6 down in the fourth quarter against a good basketball team.
I felt, you don't ever want to make it that tight, but it just it makes it that more special that we had to fight our way once again for. You just said 20th win.
Yeah, that's what I've got. 20-3.
I'm not, Mike. I haven't looked.
Well,
since
I know
before
that, but I think I'm right on
you
that.
Probably. I don't know. I told us I told my coaches that when we lost that first game to Franklin, I said, well, I hope they don't start counting 20-win seasons and all that stuff because we're not going to get enough games. Nobody play us. We was so surprised when Marshall come all the way over 4 hours and played us, and it got us. I got to give them. I know they're already in the state tournament. They wore out the first region. And I got to give them guys a lot of credit coming all the way over to Southwestern and playing that day. That really got us prepared for going into Wayne County. So.
Well, let's just be candid, and I'll let you get down and celebrate with your crew. But your name's on the board now. People are going to travel to play you. They are going to schedule you. The flip side of that, there's some not going to play you and not going to schedule you. They're going to say, don't need a piece of that right now.
Well.
So, again, scheduling will get a little more difficult. But people are going to look up and say, let's see if we can get Southwestern on that schedule 3 weeks before our district to get a feel for what's going on, you know.
Yeah.
You think?
I think so. I think it's really hard this year, especially in a COVID year to schedule like we just talked about. But now, everybody wants to play me in summer, and I can't schedule during – I couldn't get – I think we had 6 home games this year. I can't get
I know you – we didn't get to do very many.
I know it, and we traveled all over the place. We had to have this opportunity right here, and I wouldn't change anything for it. I mean, this has just been a wonderful run. This group, we had to build a culture of we greater than me. It's on the back of her shooter shirts.
Yes.
It's in memory of Linda Barnes, Ed Barnes' wife that had passed away in cancer. And that culture, Alexa Smitty, she bought into that culture. There she is, cutting the net down. This kid lives with me, Mike. She lives with me. She's basically my other daughter at home. She dates my son for the last 4 years. She's at my house constantly. I love that girl right there.
She can play point guard on my team, too.
Number 12 is walking down that ladder right now is the greatest player to play in Southwestern history. Girls basketball.
What a compliment. All right, let me give you some somewhat good news. We've got this on video.
All right.
They're going to upload it probably as we speak, may have already. It'll be available for any of you and all your fans. Awesome. Just go to LakeCumberlandSports.com, and I got a better thing. Turn the volume down, because if they've got me, you don't need that. But you can enjoy this one again tonight over a good meal if your stomach will let you do it.
Well, it's time to eat. I haven't eaten 2 days. So
okay.
It's time to eat. It's time to sleep a little bit, but I probably won't sleep.
I know better than that. Hey, go enjoy your team. I just want to say, good guys sometimes come out on top. Today, Junior, congratulations, man.
Thank you, Mr. Kerr. Mr. Great, thank you all.
I love the Mr. Kerr.
Well,
I understand.
Listen, I love the fact what y'all do for Lake Cumberland sports for our whole community. It makes it so exciting. I tell everybody I go back and watch that Logan Dyke shot so many times here at Southwestern. I played for Southwestern. It's just so awesome to go back and see stuff like this, and I'm really proud that you all come in here and take care of all of our local teams, and you do a great job.
62-56. You'll remember that. Maybe not right now, but that one will stick. Yeah. You'll remember that
one. That one will go down in a little bit of Lady Warrior history, won't it?
See you in about a week and a half.
Thank you, Mr. Kerr.
Big smile. Thank you, man. Enjoyed it.
Thank you.
That's what a victorious coach sounds like when you win the 12th. And again, congratulations to all of the Lady Warriors. And again, we thank them. They let us ride along with them, and we're going to wrap this one up for all of us at Lake Cumberland Sports. 12th Region champs headed her up. Southwestern 62-56 over Mercer County till a week from Wednesday. Good night, everybody.